Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting in the AL West, the Oakland Athletics got 12 hits in this one as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 6-2. The Texas Rangers put together 10 total hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 6-3. Robinson Cano was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs as the M's took down the Rays 5-4. He is currently riding a 12-game hitting streak. The Stros smacked 15 team hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 9-6. The Yankees tossed a combined 1-hitter as they beat the O's in Baltimore 3-0. The Brewers had 12 hits as a team as they beat the White Sox on the south side 9-6. The Blue Jays racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 5-3. The Indians combined for a 4-hitter as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 3-1. Scott Kazmir collected win number 3 this year, leading the Braves to a victory over the Nationals 3-0. The New York Mets allowed only 5 hits in the game as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 5-0. The Pittsburgh Pirates pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Cardinals on the road 5-1. The Arizona Diamondbacks combined to allow only 4 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 6-1. Tyler Anderson twirled 8 shutout innings before turning it over to the bullpen as Colorado got the best of the Dodgers 2-0. The San Diego Padres grabbed 13 hits in the game as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 8-4. Jorge Alfaro was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs, helping the Phillies take care of the Giants 11-1. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Afternoon baseball now on a fine Sunday from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Oakland A's and the Kansas City Royals. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Ian Kennedy, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Steve Lombardozzi. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. The Windup and the 1-0 pitch. Reaches after one and hits it on the ground to second. Merrifield picks it up, and a good throw gets him one gone. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Dero, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look at this lineup. The one thing that jumps out is the fact that they are last in stolen bases. They are station to station trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, trying to get in good counts and drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
Here's Matt Joyce now. Previous history with Ian Kennedy, 2 hits in 7 tries. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Joyce, 33 years old. He was a 12th round selection back in 2005.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Orlando's under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 2, Chris Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
Dero, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line drive to left. And a dive in left, but he can't get it. It'll get by him toward the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
It's always nice to get something cooking in the first inning, even with 2 outs. Now your cleanup man steps to the plate and has a chance to drive in the first run of the game.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
These are the moments you can't relax. You never know when you're going to be able to score a few runs off a great pitcher. Here's the spot right here early. Have to find a way. You're happy with 1, but if someone can catch a gap, this game could get out of hand pretty quick.
0-1 count and the pitch. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, some would say no harm done with that wild pitch, right? But I disagree. The runner's now 90 feet away from scoring an infield single, a booted ball, and he crosses the plate. That might not be the case if he were still on second.
side, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Davis at third with 2 away. Skied into straightaway right. Orlando on his horse. And that ends the inning. 1 left for Oakland. The Royals will get their chance now in a scoreless ball game. Trevor Cahill gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, when you think of Trevor Cahill, you think of one thing: power sinker. A lot of guys around the league refer to this guy as he throws a bowling ball. Sinker, slider guy, 2-pitch guy, will occasionally throw a changeup. The key to Trevor Cahill, getting that power sinker in the strike zone. And if he is, you're going to see a boatload of ground balls.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. 0-1 the count. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
Here's the 0-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Tough call there, but the cutter misses 1 and 2. The 1-2. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here's another 1-2. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full 3-2.
Hey, this has been an epic at-bat right here. I don't blame the pitcher for a little nibbling right there. Maybe get a swing and a miss. He didn't bite on that one, so now we go full count.
Hit on the ground out to short. Lowry's got it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. And with that, here's a look at the hometown Royals starting lineup card. What's the key for a home win here tonight, Mark?
Matty, this lineup screams it needs an overhaul. When you're last in the league in on-base percentage, you're not doing a lot of things very well. You're not giving quality at bats. You're not being professional at the plate and forcing the opposition to be on their heels at all. Empty base paths consistently lead to a lot of zeros on the scoreboard.
Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. One and two, the count of the Royals shortstop. 1 out, nobody on. Missed with a slider. Here now the 2-2. Grounded up the first baseline. Garcia has it, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Whit Merrifield next to hit. It was an 0-for-4 day for him in yesterday's loss. The pitch. A ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually, a quality take.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Lombardozzi scoops it up onto first, and it's dropped. Luckily for him, though, there'll be no advance. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error.
Salvador Perez.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Set to deliver the 0-1. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets fouled. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More from Kauffman Stadium right after a quick break. Striding in for Oakland, Josh Begley. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a changeup over the outside corner.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Hey, guys, take a look at how Kansas City sets up on D. And we're fortunate enough to watch one of the best outfielders in the game. The Gold Glover resides in left field. Can go back on balls as easily as go in on balls. Strong, accurate throwing arm. Look for him to make a play today.
Here's Jed Lowry now. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0-for-4 line. First offering on its way. And that one just missed outside. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Broxton is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting 7th, center fielder, Ryan Baker.
Next up for the A's, Ryan Baker. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. First delivery to him on the way. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 1-2-3 go the A's. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon, and he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a dive in recent action. Here's the first pitch to him. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Not a bad take there on that first pitch. Not a real good idea to go up there looking for a changeup to hit. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Popped him up. Lowry in foul ground, but this will land untouched. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball. Grounded to the right. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has. An absolute howitzer.
Here now is Cheslor Cuthbert. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive to center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 7th, center fielder, Keon.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind. 0-2. Cahill, 30 years of age. He was taken in the second round during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
To 1-2 now. Bottom of the second here with no score. Again, a 1-2. And a breaking ball stays outside. Here now the 2-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3. KC down in order. We'll move to the third with no score. Back now in the Midwest from the city of Fountains, Kansas City, Missouri. All set to go in the top of the third. Now at the plate, Roberto Garcia. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one.
Garcia.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. He's through first and hustling for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Garcia stands at second with no outs. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Broxton ranging back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone.
Second baseman.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Steve Lombardozzi. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And a neck-high fastball that time.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position, but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around you.
2-0 pitch on the way. Hit on the ground out to short. Escobar fields it cleanly. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game.
That's good hitting right there. Put the ball in play and let the guy trot home from third to put your team on the board. Good baseball.
Ready for another chance? Matt Joyce. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
The windup and the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. There is Escobar. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the A's 1 and the Royals nothing. Digging in now for Kansas City, Ryan Goins. He drove in the other of the 2 runs in that game yesterday.
Goins.
Here comes the first pitch. There's a strike. Skied in the air to straightaway left. After it is Davis. He's around first, heading for 2. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Hey, he started the offensive production with a bang right there. That's the first hit of the game, and it's a good one. Driving that ball to and over the wall for a ground rule double, and he's basically able to stroll into second base.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Chapman is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Right fielder number 16.
So striding in, Paulo Orlando, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Goins, the runner at second with 1 away. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box now, Alcides Escobar. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. The 0-1 on its way. Missed with a breaking ball. Two out here and a runner at second. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Digging in, Chris Davis will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Royals' Road to the Show report. Two guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Stephen Piscotty. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Gordon is over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Josh Begley.
Digging in to try it again, Josh Begley looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. First pitch on its way. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score. Hit down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And this is lined hard to deep left, and that'll get down out there near the wall. Around first, digging for 2. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Into the box, Jed Lowry. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Broxton's under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Kansas City in just a moment. With Merrifield next to hit. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And no swing apparently. Ball 1. 1-1. Misses. Ball 2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Now the 2-1. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. With that, the Royals have their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
The catcher, number 13, Salvador Perez.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. First pitch coming. Here it is. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1. Merrifield on at first. Nobody out. Skied into straightaway right. Lombardozzi backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
The left fielder, number 4, Alex Gordon.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Alex Gordon. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now a move over to first, and the runner back safely. From the stretch. Pitch is mishandled behind the plate, and it bounces away. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate pass ball, and you can bet the catcher is kicking himself about it right now. With the runner advancing to second, the double play is off the table. Might come back to haunt him.
high strike there, and it's 1-1. In his career, Gordon brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. Working for the punch out and the offering. This is pulled into right, and that's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Devo, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
And that's on the outside corner for a strike. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the 0-1. Popped up. Lombardozzi has to shade his eyes from the sun, but he stays with it for out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Keon Broxton.
So stepping in, Keon Broxton, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Davis is under it. And that ends the inning. Royals strand a pair. They trail this one 1-0. So striding in, Ryan Baker. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Baker.
First pitch of the at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one to count. Here it comes on 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gordon is over. 1 out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Roberto Garcia.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Roberto Garcia. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball out toward left center field. Broxton is there. 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Coming to the plate now, Matt Chapman. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. And the pitch. Too low. 1-0.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
The 1-0 home. Line towards center field. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch to retire the side. A fine sliding catch here will take us to break. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Next will be the designated hitter, Ryan Goins, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Goins.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
All right, let's see if that leadoff single gets them going right now. They've taken it on the chin for most of this game, being a little passive at the plate in their approach. Let's see if that starts them off and they start to go more ambush tactics.
Coming to the plate now, Michael King. He popped out in his first trip. First pitch on its way. Now a bunt attempt here. Lowry on to first to complete the double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. He swings and grounds it to short. Gloved by Lowry. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Royals bats are quiet there. It remains 1-0. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Steve Lombardozzi. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hard on the ground towards short. Escobar backhands it deep in the hole. And a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by the shortstop right there to leave his feet and try and make that throw to first base. Got to be frustrated a little bit as a pitcher. You executed your spot.
Well, I tell you what, as soon as you throw one like that, D-Roll, you see your shortstop get a glove on it. You're thinking, okay, maybe he has a shot to get him, but that's a long throw after that jump throw, and a solid infield base hit, but very frustrating as a pitcher.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Broxton's under it. 1 down.
The left fielder, number 2, Chris Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Favorable call in there for a strike.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
In the dirt here. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center.
In comes Orlando.
He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Stephen Piscotty.
Ready once again, Stephen Piscotty. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. Popped him up. Merrifield trying to get there. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. 2, 3, and 4 due 1-0. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
First pitch of the at-bat. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Baker going back at the track, the wall, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run by Alcides Escobar. 4th home run for him on the season, and with it, the Royals are back to even at 1 apiece.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
The batting number 15, second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Standing in now, Whit Merrifield. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
The catcher, number 13, Salvador Perez.
Riding in once again, Salvador Perez. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. And that misses, ball 1.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Baker is after it. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
The left fielder, number 4, Alex Gordon.
Digging in and looking for more, Alex Gordon. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Joyce, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we can say that cold streak is officially over. That's his 2nd hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Here now is Cheslor Cuthbert. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
And that's going to get down out there. The runner scores from second. And he's going to make it easily. It's a stand-up triple. That triple just seems to be par for the course for him of late.
Yeah, Matty, he's seen the ball extremely well. There's no doubt about that. You can see here that the body is calm. He keeps his hands back, and he just explodes through the baseball, winding up at third with another RBI under his belt.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And that's going to be all she wrote here for Trevor Cahill. He'll depart after 5 2/3 as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ball game.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Oakland, number 36, Yujiro Tatsuki.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch very weakly on the ground. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Trying to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Royals 2 and the A's 1. Back here at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. Royals leading this one as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Josh Begley, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both the southpaw and a right-hander get loose. Hit to short. Escobar has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
Here's Jed Lowry now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now the 1-0. Swing and a liner, but foul. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. The 1-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. Digging in to try it again, Ryan Baker. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line drive to left. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the 2-out base hit on the top of the inning is still alive.
First baseman number 44, Roberto Garcia.
Now here comes Kansas City manager Ned Yost making that slow walk to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that'll be all for Ian Kennedy. Roberto Garcia will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 1.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, he caught him off guard right there. I like that pitch. High fastball executed. I know he's known for the sinker ball, but if he can get some eye levels up and down, he's going to have some success.
In there, a base hit. Well, after being late on a fastball there, it looked like they did him a favor.
Yeah, Matt, that's surprising right there. I don't understand that pitch sequence. He blew the fastball right by him, sped up his bat with the off speed, and got hurt.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now here's a line drive, and this may turn things around. It's down for extra bases. Go-ahead run heading for the plate. He scores, as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
You know, it's awfully difficult to score runs late in the game after being down by 1-0. That base hit drives in two. That's a huge base hit.
What a momentum swing. What an AB right there. Now you got to grab your leather and go out and flash some D for the boys.
Stepping in now, Steve Lombardozzi, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And that misses 1-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Gordon sprinting after it, and no one will track it down. The 1-2. This one's down to third. Cuthbert fields it cleanly. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Getting late. Stretch time now in Kansas City. It's the A's 3 and the Royals 2. Leading off the inning, Ryan Goins. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Designated hitter, Ryan Goins.
First delivery to him on the way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A little bouncer. Pulled high in the air out to right field. On the move is Joyce. He's there and records the first out.
Now batting, first baseman, Michael
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael King. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Comes set and the 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. Two runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Davis is under it. And that retires the side. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're down 3-2. Here's Matt Joyce now. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard down the line. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now, surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Left fielder, Brandon Davis.
Striding in for Oakland, Chris Davis. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Base hit into right center.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit as he grounds one briskly to short. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The A's lead this one 3-2. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he lays off there 1-0. The 1-0. And this is on the ground for Lowry at short. And close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
Second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Digging in once again, Whit Merrifield. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Grounded down the third baseline. Throw is dropped at first. And as a result, they're going to have themselves a 1-out base runner.
As we watch this, I'm trying to figure out what happened here. Looked like the throw was on target, and it was. He just didn't close the glove over it, and he's safely aboard as a result. Those are tough to explain sometimes.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. There goes the runner. In there. Now the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a 1-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
The 0-2 once more. And he struck him out. So he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take. And he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Ryan Butcher.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Fastball in there for a called strike. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-1 is in off the plate. Merrifield stands at second with 2 gone. A swing and a miss there, 2-2. Here now the 2-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3. A's Kevin McCarthy enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Ready for another chance? Josh Begley. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Josh Begley.
First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Skied down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. One ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Set to deliver the 0-1. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ryan Baker.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ryan Baker. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
1-0 the count. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike. High in the air down the right field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. A's are gone in order, and it remains a 3. Liam Hendricks comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 31, Liam Hendricks.
Ready for another shot now. Chesler Cuthbert. Triple homer run last time through, so we'll see what he's got in store here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Keon Broxton is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit sharply on the ground. Lowry's got it. Throw on to first is going to take care of him as the Royals are now down to their last chance now.
Batter number 7, designated hitter, Ryan Goins.
So here's the Royals DH, Ryan Goins. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. Swing and a liner. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
Nice AB right there. 2-out single in the 9th. You put yourself in a position to be the tying run. Now you have your boy coming up behind you, the winning run at the plate. Start loosening up the water cooler lids. We could have a walk-off.
Digging in now for Kansas City, Michael King. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Goins, the runner at first with 2 gone. Here's a pop-up now. The catch is made, and the A's have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Oakland A's jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Yusmeiro Petit claims the win out of the pen, his first. Liam Hendricks hammers down the save, his 14th.